Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's Summer STEAM. This is part of our 2020 virtual summer reading program, Imagine Your Story. My name is Miss Mary, and I'm the Storytime programmer here at the Faulkner County Library in Conway, Arkansas. And we are going to have some fun this afternoon. We're going to do some egg building. We're going to do something with a little paper horn, something with some cardboard tubes, and last but not least, a science demonstration with a glass bowl. Let's get started off today. I think we're going to start off with a little Humpty Dumpty building. What am I talking about? Well, you guys know the old rhyme, don't you? It goes, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. That's right. Well, I'm going to give everybody a little plastic egg. This is left over from a program that we had planned for April, but we didn't get to have. And so inside your egg, you might want to look and see what's inside of it when you pick up your packet. I decorated my egg. You're going to see that in a little video. I used a permanent marker. I drew some eyes and a mouth and a little bit of hair. And this was supposed to be a skirt. I don't know that it looks like a skirt, but it's supposed to be a little skirt. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some different builders that we have up here at the library. I'm gonna perch my little Humpty Dumpty on top of that wall, and then I'm gonna knock it down and see if Humpty Dumpty cracks open or not. And before we get started, I am going to pop that little connector in the back. I think it makes the whole process a little more exciting. All right, I'm gonna go grab some builders and let's get started. So you can see I built a wall out of some uniformly sized wooden planks. I want to measure it. I'm going to use this ruler right here and see how tall it is. It is about 9 1/4 inches tall, or check out the centimeters on the other side. About 23.5 centimeters tall. Now, here's an egg that I made earlier. This one has pants instead of a skirt. Eggs don't have a flat bottom, so I couldn't figure out how to get my egg to stand up on top of the wall. So I wrapped a little chenille stick to try to make a little stand. We'll see if it works. It does. So here's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna knock my egg over and see if it cracks. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Well, it bounced. Oh, it rolled back. Look, you guys, it didn't crack open. Awesome. Now I gotta take down this wall. How am I gonna do it? Oh, all right, I've got some space. I'm gonna knock it over. Here we go. With my open hand, a 1, a 2, a 3. All right, let's build another wall out of something else. Okay. So this time I built a wall out of dominoes, and it's a shorter wall. This one is, we go to the middle here, it's about 4.5 inches tall, and it looks like it's about 11 centimeters high. Okay, I've got my Humpty Dumpty egg here. Got it setting up on its little perch. Now, do you think Humpty will crack open this time when I knock Humpty off? No, let's find out. A 1, 2, 3. Shoo! Where did it go? I see it rolled, but it did not break. All right, before I go rescue Humpty, I'm gonna knock over my domino wall. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. All right, I think I've got 1 or 2 more things we can build walls out of. All right, boys and girls, I built a wall out of these styrofoam interlocking blocks. And let me use my ruler. I'm gonna measure it. I'm standing in a chair, and these are on a table, so let's see here. 12, 24, 35 inches tall. All right. Whew. And then, of course, the table, I didn't measure how tall it was from the floor. So I'm gonna put Humpty Dumpty up here. All right, I feel like we should say the rhyme for this one. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Did it break open? No! Humpty Dumpty stuck together. All right, well, thanks for joining me on a little Humpty Dumpty building activity. It's kind of fun. I like to build walls. I like to knock them down. I love seeing if Humpty Dumpty's gonna break from a higher or a lower fall. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's see next. Horns. What are we gonna do with those? Next up, boys and girls, in your materials packet will be this template. You'll have to cut it out, and then I colored it. We're gonna make this into a unicorn horn, or if you don't want it to be a unicorn horn, you can make it a rhinoceros horn or a beak. Really, just get creative. I'm gonna be making a unicorn horn out of mine. So I cut it out, and then I'm gonna color mine, and then I folded, to make it easier to deal with, I folded it in half, and then I opened it up, and then I folded the sides towards the middle, and then I'm gonna glue these 2 flaps together in the back. I'm also going to put glitter on mine and a little something at the bottom. If you can remember, punch your holes in the sides before you put a ring of stuff around the bottom. It'll just make it easier. That's something I learned making this. All right, here I go. Okay, here is my finished product. I felt like putting some little streamers across the top, or hanging from the top. And then you saw where I poked the 2 holes in the side. So you may need to get some help with this, but you should be able to carefully tie it under your chin. La 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 la. I think I may tuck it behind my ears just for a little bit more security, stabilization, balance. I read this book when I was little about Eleanor Roosevelt and about how she had to take like these poise and manners, these etiquette classes. And one of the things that she had to do was walk around with a stack of books on her head and the books not fall off. So then when I read that book, I spent all my time walking around with books on my head and not letting them fall off. Okay, well here we go. I've got it tied under my chin. I've got my streamers right there. It's a pretty sparkly, colorful unicorn horn. I like it. What sound do unicorns make? I bet you'll tell me what sound you imagine unicorns make. All right, so if you make a unicorn horn, if you make a rhinoceros horn or a monster horn or whatever horn, I'd love to see what you make. Send me a picture, drop me a video, that would be awesome. All right, now scrolls. Do you know what a scroll is? What is a scroll used for? Really? Well, I haven't looked up the definition, but I'll tell you someplace where you might have seen a scroll. If you have been reading some fairy tales or books about royals, books about kind of fantasy books or books about ancient history, you know that we really didn't always have books as we know them with two covers and a spine and pages in the middle that we open up to read like that. Can you put your hands together and then open them up like that, like a book? Yeah. Have you ever seen a drawing where they come out and it's like they hold a piece of paper up like this and then they read from it? Or maybe they put it down on a table and they open it up and read it like that. This is called a scroll, and this is one of the ways that writing was recorded and preserved before books were common. So I'm going to show you how to make a scroll. You're going to need 2 cardboard tubes about the size of a paper towel cardboard tube, and we're going to use 2 lunch-size brown paper bags, and it's going to be a ton of fun. And when we're done, I'll read you what I wrote inside my scroll. Here we go. Finished my scroll. See how super duper easy it was to make? You just need some glue and you can put it all together. So as you may have seen, I made a scroll and I thought I would read it to you because it's pretty silly. I also wanted to show you, I didn't just have words on here. I also drew on it. I illuminated my text, which is a fancy way of saying I put drawings around my words. So, dun, 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 dun. Oh, let me roll it up so I can unroll it. Dun, 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 dun. Hear ye, hear ye. On June the 16th in the year 2020, by decree of Miss Mary Storytime Programmer at the Faulkner County Library, all kids watching this summer STEAM video program are missed by Miss Mary. Miss Mary also decrees that these kids are forevermore to be known as awesome and great. Therefore, if your name is Sam, you may now be called Sam the Awesome and Great Kid. This was royally decreed on this day and witnessed by Miss Kara of the Dyer and signed Mary Madam Librarian. So if you make a scroll, I would love to see a picture of your scroll. If you write in your scroll, read me what you write in your scroll. Maybe you just want to draw pictures in your scroll. That's great. You know, I actually have a scroll story in the story closet that maybe we'll pull out and read sometime when we're all together again. That is told in scroll form. You just kind of move it like that and the story goes by. Okay, let's see. We have had fun with Humpty Dumpty. We have made a unicorn horn. We have made a scroll. That means it's time for a science demonstration. Bum, bum. Okay, everybody, for our science demonstration this week, we're gonna do something called the paper plunge. You'll need a bowl with water, a clear cup or glass, and some crushed up paper, or I've got some brown paper towel. And I'm gonna move the camera so hopefully you can see this a little bit better. Here we go. Okay, boys and girls, I'm gonna take my crushed up brown paper towel, kind of pack it there in the bottom of this clear plastic cup. All right, now I'm gonna turn it upside down. You don't want your paper to fall out. That's why it's kind of important to crunch it and get it in there like that. And we're gonna plunge this cup directly straight down into the bowl of water. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let me move my fingers so you can see a little bit better. Is anything happening to your paper or to my paper towel? What do you think the water level is in the glass? Can you tell? What's happening? Well, water can only get into this cup by squashing the air inside it. And the air can be squashed or compressed a little. However, it cannot compress enough to allow the water to reach the paper. It pushes back and stops the water from reaching the paper towel. Because of this, the paper stays dry. Look. See? It's one of the reasons I picked the brown paper towel, because you can tell pretty well visually by looking at it when it gets wet. I'm going to do it again. Boop. Nothing. Pretty neat, huh? That is a really cool trick or demonstration about air. Amaze your friends, amaze your parents, amaze your grandparents. Do it at home. Thanks for joining me for Summer STEAM today. I hope you all have as much fun as I did. I thought I'd show you what you're going to get in your materials packet this week. You'll get a little bit of purple yarn. You'll get the cardstock template so you can cut out your horn. I'm going to put a little bit of glitter in a little container in there. You're going to get 2 cardboard paper towel or 2 cardboard tubes. If we run out of these, just remember that you can use a paper towel tube from home. It works very well. You'll get an egg, and you'll get 2 lunch-size brown paper sacks for making your scroll paper. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.